All right, you need to take out your GoMath workbook and turn to page 170. We're going to look at the example at the top of the page, and we're going to work on rounding decimals. So the Goliath frog is the largest frog in the world. It is found in the country of Cameroon in West Africa. The Goliath frog can grow to be 11 and 815 thousandths inches long. How long is the Goliath frog to the nearest inch? So we are going to start out by placing our number into the place value chart to help us this first time around. So we have 11, and then 8, 1, 5. All right. Now, the place value that we want to round to is the inches. All right. So to the nearest inch. So that means we're going to round to this number right here. All right. So we are rounding to the nearest 1 because we want a whole number, an inch. So that means that we are going to look at the tenths place in order to tell us what to do with this problem. All right, so we're going to look here at the tenths place. And if the numbers are 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then you're going to round up. All right, you're going to take the number that's circled and you're going to bump it up by 1. All right, if the number that's underlined is 4, 3, 2, or 1, they say you're going to round down, but really what you're doing is you're staying the same. All right, so when we look at this number here is 8. And when we look over here at our chart, 8 is in the round up, which means the number goes up by 1. So when we round 11.8, it's closer to 12 than it is to 11. So we're going to say that to the nearest inch, the Goliath frog is 12 inches long. All right. Now, next part. Explain why any number less than 2.5 and greater than or equal to 11.5 would round to 12 when rounded to the nearest whole number. So if I'm thinking about this, we're talking about 11.5 up to 12. Any number less than 12.5, which would be the smallest number that goes to the hundredths, would be this particular number. Now, fives tell us that we go up, so this would round up to 12. And this number here tells us that we would round down, so 12 would stay the same. So our answer to this problem right here, when we generalize, is that any digit less than 5 in the tens place, the digit in the ones column would stay the same. And any digit greater than or equal to 5 in the tens place, the digit would increase. So just write down in your own words what we just did there. All right. So next we're going to round 14.603 to the nearest hundredth. So we want to round to the nearest hundredth. So we're going to be looking at this column, which means we're going to be looking at this number right here. All right. So, oops. So, sorry about that, if you saw that. So we're going to look at the 3. This 3 in our chart up here is right here, and it tells us that that number is going to stay the same. So when we round to the nearest hundredth, our answer is going to be 14.60. All right. And we go ahead and we write the 0 there because they're asking us to round to the nearest hundredth. So we want a hundredth place in there. Some teachers will mark that wrong if it's not there. Some teachers will give you the benefit of the doubt. I would go ahead and make sure you put it in the hundredth just to be safe. And then the next one, we're going to round to the nearest whole number. The number, same number, but to the whole number. So 14.603. And if we're rounding to the nearest whole number, that means that we're going to round to the nearest 1. Oops. And that means we need to look at the 6. When we go back up to our chart, 6 falls in the round up. So that means that this number 4 has to move up to 5. So this rounds to a whole number of 15. All right. So we have 14.6 rounded to the nearest hundredth. And then we have 15 rounded to the nearest whole number. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on to page 171 in a new video.